Where's that blasted salami?
After years of waiting, Tekken 7 is finally out, and it is awesome. Before we head into the tutorials on this channel, I just wanted to address some of the version differences, some issues with the networking at release, and the dreaded input lag conundrum. Before all that though, as you can see, the game looks absolutely beautiful on both PS4 and PC. Apologies, I don't have a Pro at the moment, or an Xbox One, as there's basically no community for it here in Japan. It doesn't come as much of a surprise that the PC version, at ultra settings as you can see here, outperforms the base PS4 version in textures, shadows, effects, post-processing, and of course resolution, with the PS4 running at 900p. These PC captures are at 1080p, though it can go up to a full 4K, which must look absolutely stunning. Of course, being a fighting game, the frame rate is locked at 60, since that is imperative to the gameplay. Anyway, I'm sure Digital Foundry will soon have a more detailed breakdown, which covers all the versions. Another difference between the PS4 and PC versions are loading times, with the PC version clocking in at around 15 seconds. Also, bear in mind this was installed on my hard drive and not a SSD or anything. On the other hand, the PS4 version is around 23 seconds, quite the difference. One issue that many PS4 users are noting is difficulty connecting to other players. The Japanese version came out a day earlier than the international release, so day one buyers here and early adopters are having a lot of trouble. However, by the time you see this video, a day one online optimization patch should be out, which fixes this problem. Speaking of online, I haven't had much time with it yet, but I have had a blast so far, thanks to some solid netcode. I have noticed a few hiccups here and there, but hopefully that will be sorted with the day one patch. In general, I found that players on PS4 are of a higher standard than on PC, who tend to be more casual players, but this might only be an issue in Japan. Nonetheless, I'd imagine that the majority of players will be on PS4, and indeed I believe that is the tournament standard. On to the final issue, which is input lag. Unfortunately, Tekken 7 has more input delay than any other version of Tekken, except for Tag 2 on the Wii U. Noodles on the Tekken Zaibatsu forums has kindly tested every version of Tekken, with Tekken 7 clocking in at 120 milliseconds, or about 7.2 frames of lag, which is awfully close to the 8-frame controversy that Street Fighter V faced. Since Tekken 7 was designed to be played online, this was likely an intentional choice from the developers to bring the online and offline experience closer together. Giving a buffer between input and action leaves more time for the netcode to do its thing, and means that offline and online are more likely to fall inside the same area of responsiveness. In any case, I want to stress that if you want to reduce input lag, by far the most important thing you can do is invest in a gaming monitor. I primarily played Tekken 7 in arcades here before, and when playing it at home on my PC on my close to zero lag monitor, it was so much more responsive that I was actually dropping combos that I had burned into muscle memory. Quite frustrating, as you can see. In any case, if you want to play Tekken competitively, I highly recommend playing with the right monitor. It makes a world of difference. Thank you for watching. Which version of Tekken 7 are you planning to get? And how do you feel about input latency? Please share with us your thoughts in the comments below. Our previous video on character overviews for the entire roster got a fantastic response, so I'm very glad to see you all enjoyed it so much and found it informative. With the next video, we'll be heading into the main meat of this channel, which is the tutorials. And since so many people were asking me questions like, what do you mean by wave dashing, or while standing, or natural combo, or jailing, or Mishima style, I think it's necessary, before we head into the character breakdowns, that I make a video explaining Tekken terminology. I know that sounds a little boring, but don't worry, I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see more. My name is Arya. Catch you next time.